Hello Sagittarius, this is your reading for the first 6 months of 2017. Right, in January we've got the Tower. This speaks of some event that's going to cause you to reassess your life, your beliefs, and maybe even the people that you've come to rely upon. You know, you might just reassess the whole shebang. It could be an ending of a relationship as well, because this reading, there's a lot of emotional cards in this reading, so I would say it does relate to a relationship. You've got to know that whatever happens, you'll come out of this, I don't know what you call it, a disaster then, we'll call it a disaster. You'll be more experienced, stronger, you'll make a fresh start. But, you know, because you've gained experience, then you're just not going to, you know, it's like once bitten, twice shy. You're not going to make that mistake again. Okay. So, moving on to February, we've got the Lovers. Maybe a new love interest could turn up. And even if you aren't expecting it, Sagittarius, you know, they could just pop out of the blue when, you know, you're not really looking. The only thing is that because the Tower card's next to the Lovers, I would just say in some instances it might be that this love affair is not going to last, because the Tower's not the best of cards. So I just think it might have a bearing on this person that might enter your life. So, but on the flip side, this person might help you come out of the disastrous situation you had in January. So it could go either way, and that is very much how the Lovers card is. You know, it could mean that you've reached a crossroads, not crossroads, a fork in the road, sorry. And you could, if you take one path, you're going to live your life just as you are, but you might become really bored. Or if you take the other path, it might be full of excitement and new adventures. So the Lovers card can also signify, you know, like, which path shall I take now? So it's not just about meeting someone new, it can be life choices as well. Whatever happens, just let your heart decide. Go with what your heart says. Moving on to March, we've got the Six of Wands. This is a good card, victory in battle. Now enjoying the success of your victory. If you've got any legal affairs or you're negotiating any settlements, these will be positive. You know, in business, work, any type of negotiation, perhaps one instance might be selling a property, you'll get what you want. So, you know, you will be victorious in whatever the situation might be. If we move on to April, we've got the Four of Cups. With this card, it's as though you just can't appreciate what you've got for some reason, and you might think that the grass looks greener on the other side, but it's not. It's really not. Just try and appreciate what you do have and be thankful for what you have, you know. Sometimes with familiarity it breeds contempt, so they say, so just be careful. It might just be a case as well that you just don't know what you want, and this is making you indecisive. If this relates to love, I mean, it's a Cups card, so there's no reason why it shouldn't. It could be to do with this person that might come into your life in February. You might need some excitement, perhaps, you know, things are going a little bit stale, so just be careful, otherwise everything will fizzle out. So if we move on to May, we've got the Five of Coins. Poverty, difficulties with money, maybe financial loss. You know, if a door was open to you at one point, perhaps it'd be slammed shut, locked. You just can't, you know, can't get in, as it were. With the financial difficulties, you might not be alone in this, because you might find that there's other people in the same situation, so something might happen. It must be like when people, a few years ago, it was happening quite a lot. People were buying holidays, and then the holiday company was going bust, and like there were, you know, lots of people in the same situation. They lost money then. You know, it could be something like that, not the holiday, but you know, a similar type of scenario, if you want, if you like. Yeah, so perhaps, you know, if you pull together, then you might become stronger and have more of a say. If this card relates to love, then it might be that you're looking in the wrong place for someone. You know, it's like if you meet somebody in, if you only meet people in the pub, then, you know, perhaps that those type of people, all they want to do is just spend their time in the pub, you know. So just try and think of other ways to meet people. It's not all bad, because there are help. There's help, and there are opportunities out there. It's just you're gonna have to look for them. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just knowing where to look as well, I suppose, isn't it? That's a problem. Right, if we move on to June, we've got the Seven of Cups. So perhaps it could be in May you went on some sort of dating site, and now you've got too many choices in June, and you can't decide which person you'd like to go on a date with. Also, you might find that too many people have got too many opinions, and it's just muddying the waters even further. What you need to do is just listen to your heart and go with what feels right to you. This card also says that if you are in a relationship and you haven't been able to afford things, say a night out or something, or going to the cinema or whatever, then this will soon be resolved. So, you know, you'll be able to go out and enjoy yourselves then, which sounds quite nice. The overall energies, yeah, we've got certain resignations over future events, which could be positive or negative. That's a bit like I said with the Lovers card. You could be at a fork in the road and you're not sure which way to go. Could also be a bit of a lack of stability, especially around the beginning of the year, first couple of months perhaps. But as we go on, more like April, May, June time, any problems you do have will be really insignificant. You've got 1/7, lucky 7 in June, so that's a good omen. So, you know, I think as the year starts to go on, things will pick up for you and it'll be a lot better. Okay, Sagittarius? If you want to contact me and let me know if any of this applies to you, then you can contact me at melodywindwhisper@gmail.com. I'll see you soon. Bye.